Hey guys, welcome to the Men of Iron podcast. This is Garret back here. Gonna kind of pick up where we left off last time. If you have not gone back, make sure you go back and listen to the last two episodes. We're sharing kind of highlights from the last 11 years as an organization and taking these highlights and really kind of talking about what are the lessons we can learn from these highlights when it comes to manhood, when it comes to mentorship, when it comes to accountability and spiritual growth. Like, what are these things that we can take away and learn? And I want to move on into 2020 because I think everybody knows where this is maybe going, but March 2020, the world shut down, right? And COVID hit. And I remember very distinctly, like, we had just come off a very, very significant season of taking a lot of risk and pursuing and initiating some projects and hiring employees and growing our team and new office space and really investing in a lot of things so that Men of Iron could continue to grow and scale and make impact. And then 2020 hit, and like many of you, I'm not saying Men of Iron's the only one in this camp, but I think many of us out there in this world thought, what the world is going on, right? Like, how are we going to move forward from here? And I'm going to spare you all the details for today, but essentially what you need to know is that we got to the end of 2020. Actually, we were in the beginning of 2021, and our board gave a review of the organization, and the way that the board described what we did as a staff that in that year's time frame was it was a scrappy year. Men of Iron staff got scrappy. And that is something that I will never forget until the day that I die of how that review played out, because there's such a significant lesson to learn in all of this, and that is this, that as men, things are not going to go as planned all the time. Like, we're going to face hurdles, right? We're going to face trials. Go back several episodes. We talk a lot about the trials and facing them with joy, looking at them as a spiritual opportunity for growth. But the bottom line is things aren't always going to go the way that we have planned out, and it's all about our response. And that year in particular, we got scrappy. And so my encouragement to all of us is sometimes as men, we're going to have to get scrappy. We're just going to have to grit our teeth and get through whatever life throws at us. And it doesn't mean that it's always pretty. It doesn't always mean that it's right. But the bottom line is that we continue to move forward and not backwards. And that's really what mentorship is about, right? Mentorship is not always easy. It's not always sexy. But the bottom line is, as long as we are moving forward in our lives, as long as we are moving forward in our faith, as long as our family is moving forward, as long as our fitness is moving forward, as long as our finances are moving forward, as long as our relationships with our friends are moving forward, man, that's what it's all about. So I want to encourage all of us, because I think a lot of us are here pretty consistently at times, which is like, how do I respond to this thing that's not necessarily fair? This isn't what I had planned out. And my encouragement is just to get scrappy, grit your teeth, get through it, because it's one of the most memorable things that I can look back at Men of Iron from 2020 through 2021. Really, it was all about being scrappy. And that was not possible just with myself. I needed an entire team of people around me, keeping us accountable, keeping each other accountable, keeping each other encouraged, sitting and listening when we needed to listen to each other, but also kind of getting our butts in gear and moving forward when we need to move forward. So look at ways for you as a man to get scrappy, and we'll talk to you guys next time.